that's a big thing. That your projection overall is upward. You gotta believe that.
It's Nogi Neighbors. So come on in. It's time for another episode with your best friends. I got the flavor. Think we should dive right in. We'll spit facts about gold plaques and high level competition. Look back on old footage, maybe see what we missing. Kick back and train hard is the way that we living. Talk smack and stay humble, having fun on a mission. Big top pressure is the reason why you submitting. Yes sir. Steady pushing forward, no setbacks. Just a couple low belts soon to turn black. And if you hating, better stop that. Cause it's the Nogi Neighbors podcast. White belt.
Welcome to the Nogi Neighbors once again.
Yeah, we're back. Nogi Neighbors in the Grappler House.
Yep, Grappler House, dude. For now, I mean, hey, we might be closing in on, instead of 2 grapplers, maybe a 3rd grappler might be added to the house, and then it'll actually be a house instead of an apartment.
That very well could happen. Very well could happen.
I mean, it just depends on if either of us gets wifed up.
Yeah, working on it.
I mean, yeah, it's hard going. It's hard going.
Hammering away.
For sure. We just had the ADCC yesterday and today.
Yeah, ADCC East Coast Trials. We had a few people from our little squad went out and made their run.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Elkins had a really impressive first match. He threw his opponent like off the mat and just chased him down, and then when they reset on the mat, he ended up getting mount and ended up finishing with a punch choke. So
yes,
I mean, what's more gangster than
a punch choke?
Throwing your opponent off the mat, finishing the takedown, and then getting a punch choke. And then I think Nick got a heel hook finish in his first match. That was pretty
awesome.
Cool too.
He's such a heel hook assassin, man.
Dude, yeah, I don't.
If
like
anybody deserves to wear that rash guard, it's him.
Like the leg lock assassin.
The leg lock assassin, yeah.
That's Nick for sure. Yeah, I don't like him anywhere near my legs.
No, if I wanted to, take someone off the board, so to speak, maybe take someone out of this life, I'd
like kill somebody.
Yeah, I would send him. Well, I mean, maybe just take. Okay, maybe I just want to break their ankles, like Tanya Harding.
Okay,
right?
gotcha.
Right, he would be the perfect for that because he would just break their ankles in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then that would be it.
So speaking of ADCC East Coast Trials, there was, there's 5 men's divisions, 3 women's divisions. The women's divisions this time, since it's the East Coast Trials and there's only half as many women as men in ADCC, the women that win don't get an invite. You have to win the West Coast Trials to get an invite if you're a woman.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I heard about that. Our resident Hokage, Nakaya, she couldn't. I
think she got
unforeseen.
Sick.
Yeah. She couldn't go to it, but
yeah,
it's like what would she have gained other than just notoriety?
She would have got a high seeding going into the next.
Okay, all right.
I think they would have maybe would have paid for travel and stuff. I don't know.
That would.
But yeah, it'd been nice. But yeah, I mean, stinks that she couldn't have gone. I think she would have done really, really well.
Oh, for sure.
We'll definitely see her at West Coast for sure.
Some other girls that she had gone against were in it as well.
Yeah. Trinity was there. Trinity was in a higher weight class though. Sophia was there. Alex was there. Several others.
Yeah.
But the winners, the women winners, Amanda Levy won the heavyweight. She was the first chick to beat Gabby.
Oh,
on
yeah?
the big stage.
Okay, yeah, I know.
She didn't go to ADCC last year, but Amanda Levy ended up winning hers at heavyweight for women. The 65 winner was Mo Black, ended up beating Helena Craver. You know, the really young girl, Helena, with the pigtails. Like the real tall girl that
New Wave lady?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she ended up getting beat in the finals. She pulled guard and got a negative. The same way Big Dan has done twice.
Oh my God, New Wave and your.
So they're making the same mistake over and over, and I know it's got to be eating John Donaher alive.
Oh, I bet it just.
But she's
him.
like 15. You can't get mad at her. I mean, she made it to the finals.
I mean, Donaher's gonna find a way to get mad at her. I believe that.
I bet he's gonna be so.
He's gonna not give her a knife. That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah. No
knife for you.
No knife for you.
You got to buy your own knife this time.
Yeah. She'll be using she won't be able to open anything.
Yeah,
Won't
she
have
won't be able to cut anything
no knife, no
at
tool.
all. No whittling.
Yeah, no whittling.
No whittling for you.
And then
New whittle tool.
The 55, which would have been Kaya's weight class. Alex Enriquez, who we mentioned, that's had a few matches with Kaya. She ended up winning it. Yeah,
all
she
right.
ended up beating Jasmine Hosha.
Hosha, you never
Jasmine
know.
Hosha, yeah.
You never know nowadays.
She ended up getting the decision win over Jasmine in the finals. And then on to the men, the people who actually did get the
people who actually
pass.
matter. I'm just
not
kidding.
that
I'm
they
just
not
kidding.
that they
I'm just
matter. The
kidding.
women don't. It's just the women don't get in.
I'm just kidding. You can tell who's going to get wiped up before the other one. You can just see which one's going to.
I'm sure Alex
winning the race.
I'm sure Alex and Amanda and Mo Black, they're probably all really going to do really, really well, if not win the West Coast Trials. I mean, I don't know about when Hokage shows up. I don't know how well Alex will do then, but we'll see.
We'll see.
But
that's for sure.
I'm sure Kaya's going to bring it to her.
Oh, she always brings it.
But yeah, speaking of West Coast Trials, you going to make a run at West Coast?
I've been told that it's April of next year.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Before the summer of next year.
Before the summer of next year.
Before the summer.
Okay, yeah. That sounds.
What do they
sounds
call
like
that?
a good
Before the
time for
summer?
me. Before the winter.
No.
Spring.
There you go. Yeah, one of those.
Spring. Okay. Yeah.
Somewhere in there. Yeah. You
that
should.
would be. Yeah, I should. I think. I mean, I felt bad not going to the one that everybody else went to. Nick Saffin, all of them went to.
I'm not even at the level to go, but I was sitting at home, kind of like fiddling around playing video games and watching the trials, and I was like, man, like. I feel like everybody's having a party, and I'm sitting here watching high school football game. Like, what am I doing? You know?
Yeah. You've been watching that high school football, and you know what? I salute you.
Well, look,
somebody's got to do it.
When I was in high school, we didn't win, but 2 or 3 games the whole 4 years, not per season, like in total.
Yeah.
Don't mention it to Luke; it'll eat him alive because he was like the star player.
Yeah.
But so I didn't get to see any wins. And I've been going back because we've got a really good football team this year over at Elkmont
right.
High School. Shout out to the Red Devils.
Yeah, what you know about the Devils?
But I've been going back because they've got a good team, and I've like, wow, this is what winning a football game in like your home community feels like. Because I'm seeing people I grew up around, and they're just having a ball, dude.
They're just
going
having
crazy.
fun.
'Cause they haven't won we haven't won a football game in years, dude. Like 6, 7 years.
How many have they won in this season alone?
Like 4.
Oh, way more.
They're like
past the 4 years.
Yeah,
that
they're
you
like
went to school.
they're like 4 and 3. Yeah, they've won more games in the last like 2 months than they've won since I've been able to drive. Long before that, since I've been.
Well, that's been like 5 years.
That
You're like 21.
Yeah. Since I've been like 12 or 13, they've won more games in the last 2 months than they have since I was like 12 or 13 years old. So I was like, I gotta go.
Fun times.
Plus, Luke lives out there, so it's fun to just go watch.
Yeah, go hang out for sure.
But East Coast Trials winners. So the 66 winner. Do you know of Dorian Olivares?
No.
No. Do you remember the combat jiu-jitsu champ, the 17-year-old? He looks like a shark.
Yeah. No. I know Baby Shark. That's for sure.
He's not Baby Shark, but I think. He looks more like a shark than Baby Shark.
There's always a possibility, but I feel as though it's very low, folks.
This kid is.
There's
17.
no way he looks more like a shark.
This kid is 17 years old.
I think as a kid I aspired to look more like a shark.
This kid is 17 years old. Maybe it's just all the bruises and
probably the bruises.
how battered up he looks. He looks like one of those like really mean bull sharks.
He looks like one of the Gracies just slapped him around and then left him for dead.
Yeah, but he's like a junior in high school, and he just punched his ticket to ADCC. Which, if you remember, last East Coast Trials also had like a 16-year-old winner because it was Cole Abate. I think all these like little bitty weight classes are dominated by the younger guys.
Yeah, I mean that's how it is in the UFC, sorta. Like people.
I don't keep up with it as close as you.
Oh, okay.
do.
Well, yeah.
UFC,
Well, I mean, just the older guys don't usually stay in the lower weight classes because they age out of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
their
you go to
metabolism
heavyweight,
just doesn't
and
go.
there's like 45-year-old dude. Which same for jiu-jitsu. Look at like I don't know, some of these just older cats. They've been in the game too long. You know,
too long.
Lovato.
Yeah.
Well, he's
Lovato,
not even. He's not even.
good.
No. He's awesome, but he's not a little guy.
Yeah, he's not
That's
a little
my
guy
point.
yet. Oh, okay, that's
my point. Yeah,
that's the point. Yeah,
Yeah, he's only like 40, but he's got some miles on him. He's got some of them.
Oh, you can see it in his
grappler
face.
miles
He
on
looks
him.
a little bit like a raisin.
Yeah.
and I say that in the most loving way. I mean, he seems like a really cool guy, and he's been killing it in the jiu-jitsu game. So
Yeah.
I say that so he doesn't come into my house at night and try to kill me.
And then,
Not that he would,
dude, Nicky Ryan went on a tear.
I
We
saw
haven't
him-
seen him do
yeah.
well in forever.
Okay.
Because he's just been hurt, injured,
every time.
can't make it happen. He's like the guy you always hear about being the best in the training room. All the huge competitors are super impressed with him, excited to see what he does.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, he's had awesome performances. You know, he's won trials before. He had like probably one of the most, I don't know, breakout performances against like Dante Leon a year or two ago.
Okay.
But dude, he tore it up. Like 1 minute, I think he averaged like a minute of mat time every match, getting all subs, and then he ended up losing in the finals by decision to Elijah Dorsey. He was our 77 winner.
Ooh.
I don't know anything about that cat. I think he's Team Lloyd Irvin, so
Okay.
don't know anything about him, but he looked pretty solid.
Okay.
He survived Nicky Ryan that nobody else could.
I saw some. I did see one video of Nicky Ryan just absolutely eating somebody. Just took their back and killed them.
He's so offensive.
Very offensive, it
Like you,
seems.
like I've. If you haven't seen it yet, please go watch Nicky Ryan's run at East Coast Trials. I'm uber impressed.
Uber impressed.
Yeah, dude. If anybody needs to get an invite that didn't get the auto invite from winning, I would say it would be Nicky Ryan. 88.
Yeah.
The real heart tugging moment.
Yeah.
Jacob Couch.
This is what you've been hiding from me.
Yeah, dude.
This entire turn it down. He's in on a leg.
Elder Cruz. I think he
Against
went 7
Elder
for 7.
Cruz?
I think he tapped everybody.
Wow. Man, it really can't happen for us hillbillies out here. And he looks like a hillbilly too. Look at him with that neck beard. My gosh.
Dude, he's running through high-fiving everybody.
Dude, he's on a
I wanted
he's
to
on
cry.
a roll. He's
I
on
wanted
a
to
roll.
cry, dude. Like anybody who's seen like all the Daisy Fresh stuff and like the the Jacob Couch.
Would you say he's the
documentaries.
best coming out of Daisy Fresh? Like one of the best guys.
Dude, Pixley looks really good. Pixley just needs more time.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. Everybody was high on Andrew Wilsey. We haven't seen him in a while. I don't know really what the deal is
Yeah,
with
that
him.
cat's got some brain problems, I think. And you know what? He's been outspoken about it, and he's been really, really happy about it. But
Okay.
you never know if he's
I got you.
But that's the problem, That's the brain thing.
Oh well, John Hansen. Dante Leon. He's PSF.
Okay, there you
Dante
go.
Leon. You can't beat. He's like the pound for pound #1 guy right now.
Oh, okay.
Other than, yeah, no. I mean, I can't put him over Gordon pound for pound, but he's killing it, dude. He's so good.
Okay.
He's so good.
Very
And
cool.
then,
Very happy that Hillbilly Hammer hit it.
99 once again. You guys probably could have guessed it. Paul Ardea came back. This is his 4th time winning trials.
I couldn't have guessed it because I have no idea who that is.
I can't imagine winning trials. Like, for anybody who doesn't already know, the ADCC trials are, to me, almost as hard as winning ADCC. Obviously not, but
Yeah.
you got to show up, make weight 2 days in a row. Mm-hmm. I mean, that by itself sucks.
Very hard.
But you've got like brackets of 256 competitors. That's where they cap out, and
2,
they've
5, 6.
been capping out. And like that's like 7 or 8 matches over 2 days against some of the. So some of the guys are like, your normal ranked, like, number 6 ranked in the world opponent, whatever. That guy's good enough to beat anybody. And then some of them are also people who are really, really good that you've never heard of, and you're completely unfamiliar with their game and what they're going to do.
Yeah, like us.
So they're a complete mystery.
Yeah.
Like
So they could come in and just wreck house, and you'd be like, "What? Who is this guy?"
yeah. Well, like obviously we know of these guys, but imagine like Amir Alam or like Ben Eddy. Like if you don't know who they are and they're not a high ranked guy, but you're gonna have a match against them, it's very easy for you to fall subject to their game. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah.
So
especially Ben Eddy's is
Yeah.
so unorthodox.
Yeah. But yeah, like getting through trials is super impressive. I can't imagine getting through trials 4 times. 4 times.
Wow.
It only happens every other year. Like
Yeah.
you got through trials 4 times and you still got to go back and do them, dude. That sucks because usually, like if you come top 4 or whatever, you don't have to go back to trials. You just get the invite next year.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think it just shows people who do that. I think they really have a good perspective on competition.
Who?
And what I mean, well, I'm just people
Like-
who like, let's say you go through trials 4 times,
Yeah.
and you still have to like go back and do it again, right? So
Yeah.
like, they have a good idea of what competing is. It's like it's learning
Yeah, well,
and having fun.
that's true. But
It's
having the
learning and having
cojones just to go show up and do it and not be like, hey,
And get
Mo,
really far.
not be like, hey, Mo. Well, he's won 4 times. He didn't do them 4 times. He
shoot.
won every time.
Okay.
So it's like, that's crazy. At that point, I would just be calling up Mo and being like, hey, man, like, just give me an invite. Like, I've won, which, you know, the smart thing to do is to earn your way because, you know, a lot of people think they're going to get invites and then don't, you know?
Yeah. I'm not. I can't imagine being that type of person, but it'd be cool to be that type of
Well, I
person.
mean, if you, let's say you won, you know, maybe you got like a silver in 2017. Like, you're a very well-known dude. You're a Craig Jones at that point.
Okay.
Not Craig Jones now because he's got multiple silvers. But, like, you won a silver in 2017.
Big time silver.
2019, you didn't win. And you're just like, you know, hey, why do I need to go fight all these guys at trials, do all that hard stuff? I want to get my invite there. You know, I deserve
yeah.
to, which on some level, yeah, you totally deserve to be there if you were a silver medalist. But on another note, it's like, well, dude, the talent pool's like really deep. You kind of got to go prove it again and again to
Yeah.
get the invite back.
You gotta go show your rubber does meet the road.
Exactly.
That's I made that one off the dome.
I could tell. And
I've
then
been thinking about it.
And then heavyweight, Big Dan. Big Dan made it in.
Big Dan made it
He
in.
made it in. He
Good for
beat
him.
Damon Ramos for the 57th time. Damon Ramos is a monster.
Sometimes
Don't kill me, Damon. But he keeps losing to Big Dan. So which, I mean, can't blame the guy.
Yeah, you can't because how is he losing to Big Dan? I didn't watch it.
Every way. He's lost to Big Dan every way now. I'm sure he's lost on points now. He's probably lost a decision to it. So he lost to him last year at the trials, and then he's lost to him at like 4 or 5 different opens, and then he'll lose to him in the weight class, and then he'll go lose to him again in the absolute. But it sucks because he's beaten everybody else. Like, he made it to the finals of East Coast Trials, which is like, whoa.
Yeah, it's still a big
He made
deal.
it to the semifinals last year, and he's made it to the finals of all these opens. It's just, when you get there, the final boss has been waiting on him and then just smacking him down. So
He's gigantic.
yeah, but maybe West Coast Trials, Damon Ramos will make it to the finals again and won't have Bowser waiting for him at the end of the castle.
Bowser.
I mean, he ended up getting a win over John Hansen, which was super impressive. I didn't think he was going to be able to do that. I didn't think he was even going to get the chance to fight Big Dan again this time, but he made it in. So
Yeah.
so that's something.
It's just like whenever John Cena fought The Rock for the first time. They said never before, never again, and then they continue to do that 6 or 7 times.
Well, I mean, hey.
Because I mean, if it puts butts in seats,
Yeah, dude, yeah. Whatever puts butts in seats. If you want to watch a YouTuber box a jiu-jitsu guy, sure.
sure, yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Yes.
I'm not going to watch it, but I'm not going to stop you, I guess.
And then
I
he
don't-
starts trying to do jujitsu, and then he gets like DQ'd.
I didn't see any of this.
That's
Please-
exactly what
Please
happened.
inform me.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He just like started getting a guillotine, and I'm guessing that was probably the 7th time he tried to do that. And then the referee stopped it and was just like, "You're not even doing this."
So
He fell down and played guard for a second.
what variation of guillotine would you use in boxing gloves?
Well, I mean,
Like a high elbow?
yeah.
Like
I mean,
a 10 finger?
He
You
didn't
can't
get
even
it
do a
wrapped-
10 finger.
He didn't get it
You don't
wrapped
even have
up.
fingers.
He didn't get it wrapped up. You can do a guillotine with boxing gloves. That's for sure. That's 100. But yeah, I mean, it would be a high elbow.
Okay.
He didn't get it all the way together. It's not
Okay.
like
I
he's not
gotcha.
really thinking about it. I think he was just messing with him. I think the whole idea was psychological damage. He was just trying to flip. He was a bully. He's been a bully the entire time.
Yeah.
And like he sort of turned everybody around with what he said to was it Logan Paul brought Gordon Ryan
Yeah, I did see something about that.
because he was like in case he does jujitsu stuff on him or something like that, and everybody sort of everybody saw Gordon Ryan with Logan Paul and we're like, we don't like this, and just too much cringe in one
Yeah,
like little
for
moment,
sure.
and then it was perfect because Dylan Dennis decided to say like, you came to try and support. Where's Logan Paul from? Anyway, support somebody from blah blah blah. You chose the wrong side. Like, he called Gordon Ryan his steroid supplier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he called Gordon Ryan Logan Paul's steroid supplier.
I gotcha.
And that was just.
Gordon's got the same bit about Dylan Dennis. I need somebody to come wash my car.
Yeah, he said,
get back to work.
Exactly. He came here to come get the guy that washes his cars.
Yeah,
which is awesome. You know, that's sort of pretty
it's
funny.
Not. Gordon is so cringy. Like, greatest of all time. Sure, I can't dispute it. Hard to dispute it.
Yeah. I mean, I think he himself would say that his cringe factor is high.
No, I don't think he would. I think he thinks like he is like
God.
But I think he thinks he's like this like genius, hilarious marketing wizard, yeah. And then
I think he's slowing down his.
He's
marketing.
really just so good. Everybody watches him. Like if Gordon. I need you to understand this. If Gordon was bad at jiu-jitsu, or like even just mediocre, he would be the most hated person. Like, he'd be more hated than Dylan Dennis if he wasn't really good. If he wasn't the GOAT.
And we all really hate Dylan Dennis.
Exactly. But he's so good that you almost can't get mad at him for being so cringy and like.
I mean, he gets away with it because
unsociable.
Of that. But do you think he was cringy before he was good? Or do you think he got good and then he started to become cringy?
I don't know, because like coming up, like
it's like an impossible question.
I get it. He was trying to like build a brand. Like everybody's got like, or all the people who do well with like marketing themselves, like build a brand by doing certain things.
Yeah.
Like even like Kevin Sherrill doing like the smile and wink and the hair flip at the camera. One of these. All that.
Yeah, the stuff we hate.
Or everybody's got their little like moniker or whatever they do.
Yeah.
But Gordon, like, he was trying to figure out his brand or whatever. He was the Iron Dragon before he was the king. What he's got now is kind of cool. He's the king. He puts the crown on after he wins. That's cool. But he was the Iron Dragon at like the first EBI he went to. Terrible name. Name.
Yeah.
He showed up to a few tournaments wearing like a scorpion costume.
Yeah.
Like from Mortal Kombat.
Listen,
you can't make that work.
That is cool.
Nobody makes that work.
You know who did?
Who?
Michael Venom Page.
But that's like goofy and like self-aware.
And he came out to the Mortal Kombat like music.
No, okay.
Which is cool.
I don't want to work. I don't want to be a guy that's like just a hater on fun stuff.
Mortal Kombat is cool.
I'm not saying you got to be like super serious and really cool and everything.
Yeah.
But like when Genki Sudo walks out and he's got like a Indian headdress on and it's playing like all this crazy music and there's backup dancers and like there's all this crazy stuff going on, that's fine because he knows he's being like a fun to watch, entertaining goofball.
Yeah.
Gordon's just like walking around with his chest out, like with a scorpion suit on, calling himself the Iron Dragon.
Yeah.
No way.
No way.
Somebody
There's no way that's
coming. I'm calling it just the way he talks and everything about himself.
Yeah.
Somebody saved him from that and was like, no, that's not your brand. That's not what we're doing. This is the direction we need to go in.
Yeah.
Just keep submitting people. And, here's your new gimmick. Because that would have been terrible. That would have been so bad for the sport.
Yeah.
If we had, like, the GOAT of the Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods of our sport was walking around in a scorpion suit calling himself the Iron Dragon.
Wouldn't that be even cooler, though?
No.
I mean, not the Iron Dragon. Take away the Iron Dragon part, all right?
A scorpion
suit?
suit?
What if he just decides to call himself the Golden Scorpion or something like that?
That sounds terrible. That's awful.
Is that even worse? Okay, that's bad.
That's so bad.
Okay, what if he was Sub-Zero?
No.
And he called himself Arctic Monkey.
You're imagining literally Sub-Zero. I'm imagining like a $5 Kmart costume.
Okay, I'm not imagining.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, okay,
$5. That's where I'm at.
Well, what if it got even better? Like the costume just got better. He just got He spent more money on the costume.
It's gonna be dumb. Okay,
you'd also have to pay.
Like you gotta do. I feel like it's got to be subtle stuff. Like when Tommy Langaker comes out, and he's from Norway.
Okay.
He comes out and he's got like the fur on, like a Viking.
Yeah.
And he's like,
it's actually pretty awesome.
He is like a party animal.
That's dope.
Like I heard he got after party MVP, at the last ADCC. I heard he's an animal.
Perfect. An animal.
That guy, that works. That's like
he's the machine.
A1 like if what would have been good, which RIP Big O, but if Orlando Sanchez had come in riding his Harley with the big fat mustache and a cigar hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah.
That's that.
A1?
Yes, that is how you get that's how you get butts in seats without it being like, I'm the Iron Dragon. You know what I mean?
Okay,
like
yeah.
I feel like there's like a very thin line.
Do you think it's like it's? I think it's like any moniker. It can't be. You can't make it up yourself. There's no reason why
kinda see
he's
what you're
called
saying,
the
like
Iron
Buddha.
Dragon.
Yeah, like did you hear watch the podcast with Buddha?
I didn't watch the podcast
So-
with Buddha.
Tony McClure, he's the newest roster member in the PGF.
Yes.
He said when he was younger, he was like, he was chunky. He was a big boy.
Yeah.
And he said he used to shave his head, and this was like middle school or high school or whatever.
Yeah.
And he like was at football practice, and he ran over some people and did like a little dance, and his football coach was like kind of chewing him out for like running over somebody and then doing like a little dance or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, "What is that right there?" And he's like, "I don't know. My emotions just got the best of me." And he's like, "We're calling that the Buddha Shuffle." And then he told everybody that kid's name was Buddha. Now he's no longer Tony, and he's been Buddha ever since. Even though now he's super jacked, he's not
Yeah.
a little fat kid anymore.
Yeah.
But
Aren't we all?
Just now he's Buddha, and that's a cool nickname.
I mean that is Buddha is cool. So I feel like good news travels fast, right? There's that.
Okay.
Yeah, and whenever when someone's excited to tell you that someone else's name is this,
Okay.
that really gets into your mind.
Okay.
You're just like, oh well, of course that dude's
Yeah.
name is Buddha. That's Buddha right there. Of course.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
makes sense. That makes
That
sense.
doesn't. It's
Most-
a
most-
mixture of all of that. I guess.
I think the best nicknames start out as an insult.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, would you say, have you ever had a nickname?
Not really. No.
Not really. Well, yeah, I don't want to give anybody any ideas of calling me anything during a certain.
This guy wants a nickname so bad.
A certain no, I mean no, I wasn't given a nickname as a kid. I was a fat kid. They called me Sausage.
So,
My name is Sawyer. All right.
Yeah.
They called me Sausage.
I didn't know this.
But you know what? I've graduated to Saw Dog. All right, Saw Doggy. Especially,
I've heard that one around the gym.
I like that one. I mean, they don't use it a lot. They only use it when they like me. When people like me, they're like, "Oh, there's Saw Dog," or something
Yeah.
like that. You know, it's
Yeah.
usually only
No,
Matt
it's
Elkins.
like the kind of nickname you wouldn't call somebody that.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about them to somebody else,
yeah,
you'd say, like I wouldn't like they
No
don't
one-
they'd never look at you and go, "Oh, hey, Saw Dog."
yeah,
But if they're talking about you,
yeah.
that
Saw Dog takes too much effort to say rather than Sawyer.
I don't know.
You think
It's weird. Nicknames are weird.
they are
Nicknames are really
they
weird.
are like Buddha. They call him Buddha to his face for sure.
Oh, dude, he said his family calls him Buddha now. Like he said it's one of those where like it replaced his name. Those are the best. It's
Those
like
are
when it
those are the
completely
best kinds.
replaces
Those
your
are the
name.
best kinds.
Like
for sure.
Ginger.
Ginger.
What's
oh, yeah.
Ginger's name?
Dude,
What's his
listen,
name?
Ginger, I love you, but I can't quite remember what your real name is. I could look on Facebook and figure it out very quickly.
I was talking to Chelsea like while the kids class was going on or like,
Yeah.
as it was starting or whatever.
Is Chelsea calling him Ginger?
No, she didn't call him Ginger, and I didn't know who she was talking about. Because at the time, this was months and months
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
But at the time, like, I just thought his name was Ginger. I was like, that's kind of a strange name for a guy, but it's cool. You know,
Yeah.
he is Ginger.
He is
Makes
Ginger.
sense.
Yeah.
And she was just like, yeah, me and Tyler were talking. And I'm like, Tyler?
Dude.
Who is Tyler?
Yeah. I've never more related to a certain meme on the internet. Now let me continue to explain that meme in a way that doesn't make it funny at all. You know, the one where it's like how do dudes even know what their other dude's name is? The way we do it is we just wait for somebody else to say it, and then we commit it to memory. Pretty much. And you just said
You don't
that?
remember anybody's name.
No, I don't remember
I
anybody's
know
name.
everybody. I don't even try to. I know everybody.
He doesn't even try to. He says he doesn't even try to, but he makes lists of
That's
people.
for like brackets mostly.
Yeah, brackets and probably hit lists, I think.
Yeah.
Not really, but for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, brackets.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of like film study and getting into that a lot lately because
That is cool.
the PGF's coming up.
I've been getting into that as well. I've been getting into the film study as well. The PGF is coming up, and I'm excited for the PGF.
Film study for two reasons. One, trying to learn how jiu-jitsu works, man. I'm trying to
for sure.
trying to get good at this thing somehow.
Trying to move my body efficiently.
The other reason is I'm going to be managing one of the teams going into the PGF.
Yes.
And you might ask, what does that mean?
He's a Pokemon trainer.
Are you the water boy?
No.
Kinda.
Sort of.
I can be.
Maybe.
If you know, hey, you need some water, I can probably hook you up.
Yeah.
No, but what that means is I'll be given a budget or like an allowance or whatever, just like all the other managers.
Oh yeah.
And with that, I'll be drafting my team for my sponsor.
Yes.
Don't know if I'm even supposed to say who that is yet, so I won't.
Okay. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, well, it's kind of cool.
We live in Firehouse, dude.
We'll see. But I'll be drafting my team with my budget. And the way it's going to work, usually it's been a snake draft. You know, I don't have to explain that. This time it's going to be an auction draft. So somebody's going to... Elijah Carlton is up on the clock. I've got my budget. The other coaches have their or managers have their budget. And we'll be bidding, and they go to the highest bidder. The manager role will be a little different from the coaching role. I'm not going to be the guy that's giving advice on like, oh, here's how you need to finish that heel hook next time. That's not me. What I'll probably do is I'll have like a team captain, probably just either the first drafted guy or the guy who goes for the most money. You know, I don't want to say the best guy, but you know, maybe the most knowledgeable guy, maybe the best guy, to kind of have that team captain role. Obviously, if
this is a really good idea. I like this.
If the athletes have their coaches present, dude, just go talk to your coach.
Yeah, just go to
like,
unless they're putting on the event, in which case you can't talk to your coach.
Yeah,
because he'll have a bipartisan.
Yeah,
I feel like that's how it is.
I don't know. I have seen him step in and coach Noah on the sideline once before.
You know, he loves that. You mean, who doesn't love Noah? But he loves Noah.
We'll see.
You know, there you go.
I don't know how much the commish will have his hand in the pot. But yeah, I'm going to be drafting and then kind of trying to make sure it goes as smoothly as we can to where we can have a winning team for the season.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
That's a really cool way. I've never seen any other sort of sport that do that way. Not that I even pay attention to more organized team sports in the first place. But is there any?
I don't think it's been done outside of fantasy leagues. It all kind of started from a fantasy league. Which, by the way, if you like jiu-jitsu, like sports, like fantasy, if you like to look at your phone, go sign up for the fantasy league for PGF season 5. You'll win $1,000 if you can pick them.
It's free.
It is free to enter. They're
Very easy.
They're going to be giving away money, cash money, cold hard cash, and they're going to be giving away gear from X Marshall, one of the season sponsors.
For sure, I love their gear. Wear it every day. You wear some too.
Yeah, dude. X Marshall's awesome.
It's awesome. If you need Thai gear, if you need jiu-jitsu gear, it's all really, really nice.
Streetwear, they got it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sign up for the PGF Fantasy League.
Fantasy League.
I won't be playing the Fantasy
Put
League
me on
this
your
year,
team.
'cause
Put me on
I'll
your
have
team.
a reality league.
Yeah, you'll have
instead
an
of a
actual
fantasy
league.
So
Yeah, he's better than you.
yeah,
Exactly. I'm pointing at the camera if you're not looking at this.
The other coaches.
Okay.
Season 4 women's champion Nakia Jackson.
Woo.
You know, she's obviously coming in with a unique experience as a coach because she won last year.
Yes.
So that'll be.
She's got a good idea on how to get through.
Yeah, that'll be helpful for her. She's also a stud competitor and a really good brown belt. Then we've got the Grappling Discourse's own Matt Scaff.
For sure.
Obviously, he's been the commentator for the whole league until now, so he's super knowledgeable, knows a lot about jiu-jitsu. He's probably the Sean Applegate of this season, the one to watch out for.
Oh, he's a total brain man.
And then the last one's really exciting. This isn't somebody from our gym like the other ones. It'll be, man, I can't remember his name. It's Matt something, but he's the guy who runs Epic Roll, or owns Epic Roll, and he'll be co-coaching with Zoltan, the guitarist for Five Finger Death Punch.
Now, isn't that the coolest thing you've ever heard anyone ever say in their entire life? This man is named Zoltan.
Yep.
And he's did you say the lead guitarist from Five Finger Death Punch?
I don't know how
a
music
guitarist
works,
for Five Finger Death Punch.
but he plays the strings for the Five Finger Death Punch, which
coolest
is
name you've ever
super
heard.
cool. He's also a black belt, you know. He's
also
in the game.
a black belt under 10th Planet. What do you think he's under?
I think he's a gi black belt. But
Oh,
still.
I mean, yeah.
But still, that's super
I have my reservations about that, but either way,
Well, you may end up on his team.
he's
so
in the game.
you may have to
Yeah,
be-
that might be.
I
Really
mean,
cool.
I may draft. We'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens.
I've had some friends recently.
Got to see if it's in the budget.
Yeah, gotta see if it's dude. Story of my life as an adult for sure.
Yeah.
But I had some friends recently say talk some crap about Five Finger Death Punch. I'm like, I might be talking to Five Finger Death Punch. Like dude, you better shut up about Five Finger Death Punch. I don't know. I don't necessarily love their music, but I do like it. I like it a lot. If it comes on, I'm not turning it off.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. It's pretty neat.
It's pretty neat. But anyway,
yeah.
So as far as like, I'm wearing this hoodie right here. I'm definitely getting ready for the PGF.
Drug rug.
Got my drug rug for sure. I'm not selling any drugs. It's okay. But I've got my hair in a certain color, and it's gonna be in a different certain color when the PGF finally starts. And I'm going to be dressing up. If this hat, I'm just gonna give you a little look at this
sneak
hat.
peek.
It's beautiful. It's on top of this awesome Roman helmet guy. Very cool. Anyway, so that's a little sneak peek of what's going on. Got some shotgun shells. Very cool. No shotgun shells at the PGF, so that's good.
Yeah, that's why sumos. Fun fact. That's why
What?
sumos are like almost naked when they compete.
So they don't shoot their opponents?
Yeah, pretty much, because when they first started sumo forever ago, because it's one of the oldest sports, they had them competing with hardly nothing on because they kept stabbing each other. So yeah, that's why they ended up. That's why they do it to this day. It's a very traditional sport, so they kept with the tradition of, just wearing the Mawashi belt.
But nowadays,
because you know the little ritual thing they do where they do like the clap and they do one of these.
Yeah.
It's to show, hey, look at me.
I don't have
No
any
weapons.
No weapons, huh?
No weapons.
No weapens.
Except one of these.
I was talking to Brandon about wearing a Mawashi belt during one of the matches, and I thought, hey, why not? I could borrow Jackson's. Jackson has a Mawashi belt.
I do have a Mawashi belt.
An adult diaper.
It's
made
not an adult
specifically
diaper.
for grappling.
It is a
But then
grappling belt.
he hit me with you'll have to accept that they'll grab it. You
Yeah.
have to let them grab it.
Yeah, if you ever do you wear gi pants when you train ever?
No.
I do. They
Yes.
grab it, and I just can't get mad about it
You can't get mad about it, I guess.
because they're used to grabbing it. If they train in the gi,
I don't.
they've done it
yeah.
a million times. It'd be like all of a sudden one day you couldn't use underhooks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You would definitely be grabbing underhooks.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay. All right. I understand.
but you get some extra friction in your lockdown.
None of these guys have ever been playing the what's it called? Obese wrestling. What's it called?
Sumo.
Sumo.
Yeah.
None of these guys have never done sumo. They're not going to be like,
Dude.
oh, I need to grab his
Maybe.
junk just to move around.
Maybe one of the guys who made it to day 2 of the trials is was like the USA champion sumo, and he's the world champion in Scottish backhold wrestling.
Yeah. Now, if you wanted to name homosexual like activities, you could just say Scottish backhold wrestling. That's all you had to say.
Dude, I will say it. If I had to make a scale, or what's it called, a spectrum,
Yes.
if you will,
Uh-huh.
of
Wireless.
grappling arts to homosexuality, I might have to put Scottish backhold wrestling.
As number
would
one?
Be,
It'd be
no,
high?
it'd be number 2.
Okay, number 2.
Turkish oil wrestling is definitely number 1.
Okay, yeah.
I can't say that I want to get into that one. I'm trying to do like as many grappling arts as I can.
Yeah.
Training them, competing them,
Yeah.
have fun with them. Why not?
Yeah. But not that one.
Not really trying to do Turkish oil wrestling.
No.
Scottish backhold wrestling, I would do it, but it's kind of gay.
I mean, it's
kinda
all
lame.
everything that we're doing is homosexual in one way or another. I think. I know you disagree,
No, I sure do. Yeah.
but you know what? Craig Jones doesn't, and Craig Jones' opinion matters to me. I'm just kidding.
He pulls off the joke better because of the accent.
The joke does come out really good.
It comes off better because of the accent.
Yeah. Also, I'm speaking like I'm like completely serious.
Yeah.
I'm not, but it's a joke. It's a joke for a reason, you know.
Yeah. Well.
Because whenever somebody gets down on their back and they bring their legs to their body,
Mikey
you can
Musumeci.
go towards them.
Yeah.
And like my first thought is, man, I want to go towards them and put my arms around them. How can you tell me that isn't sort of high on that spectrum, dude?
I don't know, man.
Sort of weird. Just saying, what we're doing is a weird thing. None of our parents understand it.
Keep the mat in the bedroom very separate in my life.
I mean, I keep it separate
personally.
too, dude. I keep it separate too in my mind, hopefully. Anyway, back to Turkish oil wrestling. I would really respect Jackson's opinion on all of this as far as the spectrum. But yeah, I'm definitely not going to wear that stuff during the PGF.
Yeah, no Mawashi belt for you.
No, I don't want anybody to grab it.
Well, while we're talking about going all the way across all these different ranges of grappling arts, we need to take a pit stop at That was nice because Snake Pit catch wrestling.
Oh,
Snake Pit Wigan catch wrestling world championships.
yeah.
Our friend Brett into this month. Honestly, might be the week after this week or the week after next. He's going.
Dude,
He's going all the way to the UK to
Wow.
go get that world championship belt in catch wrestling.
very cool. Josh Barnett's going to be there. It's going to be cool.
He's having so I think they're copying the ADCC format because it's so successful, where you have all your weight classes, and then I don't know if they're doing the absolute or not, because it's weird. Other grappling arts don't do absolutes. They don't do them in judo, wrestling, nothing. We're the only one that does it that I know of. But they do have the super fight, like, Gordon versus Andre, like the big super fight.
Yeah.
It'll be Josh Barnett versus Owen Livesley or Lavisi. I always get it wrong. I say one or the other, and it's always the wrong one.
Yeah.
Either way, that'll be a banger of a match. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, and it's not going to be jiu-jitsu, right? It's going to be catch wrestling.
Catch wrestling. So
Catch
you can
wrestling.
get pinned. That's the difference.
Yeah,
I don't know if they do chokes or not. I think maybe they don't.
I
think it's like just
I
joint
don't
breaks
know.
and pins. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But
It's weird.
that'll be a really fun one to watch for sure.
Very cool. He's been training for it. Brett has been training for it.
Yeah, dude, he's been grappling since he was a young man. So
Yeah, he's a former D2 wrestler, dude.
yeah.
And whenever we say former, we mean current.
Well,
stuff like
not-
that's built into
not-
your genetics.
Yeah.
Every
Sticks
wrestler
with you.
I've ever met has always been like, especially if they're a collegiate wrestler, they've always had it. They've
Yeah.
always and never left. They could be gone for 6 months, come back.
It's in the blood.
Oh,
in the blood.
it's been drilled. I think it's trauma.
Okay.
Yeah,
From the wrestling room?
Oh, for sure. There's
I
no way
gotcha.
it's not. All
Yeah.
of those King of the Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah, even
We're trying to get them going with the 4 to 6
Yeah,
class.
we're trying to traumatize the 4 to
We're
6 year
we're
olds.
trying to make these kids
Just
make 'em
killers.
tough.
Yeah, they're very tough. I
Yeah.
think. Right
Dude,
now.
we've had less and less tears, man. I think they're getting to where they're like, all right, King of the Hill, time to go.
Yeah, it's less.
Where's Collar at? Need to take him out.
Yeah,
Need to take
yeah.
out little brother.
Yeah, where's Kyle? Yeah, for sure. It used to be like, no, we're playing King of the Hill. I hate this, and now it's like King of the Hill. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's
Do
so
me.
Yeah,
Me
yeah.
next.
Me next. Oh, they're so excited.
Yeah.
They're so excited to prove their.
I can't
grit.
wait for Carter to come back. He's been out forever.
His nephew Carter he's like.
He doesn't
very hard
have.
to explain.
He doesn't. He just needs somebody to put him in, like, throw him in the right direction, and he'll be
Yes.
a monster.
He's the type of
Because he'll run 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's just, which way is he going? Is he not going to get any underhooks and get slammed on his head? Maybe.
Dude, I
but
feel
he's
like-
going to go 1,000,000 miles an hour to get there.
Dude, is that I feel that on an emotional level for sure. Yeah.
But yeah,
'Cause
once we get some, I don't know, we throw a hood on him. He'll know what to do. You know what I
He
mean?
needs one of those helmets with how often he's been getting hurt.
Yeah, that's why he's been gone for so long. So he went to a trampoline park, having a good time.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff.
Trampoline.
And he was running full speed like always, because kid doesn't slow down. You can't slow him down.
Doesn't have more than 2 speeds.
This kid is 6 years old, and he is a monster.
He's
He
running
was
like
running full speed, and he
Mario.
split his head open on a handrail. Just ran right into a handrail. So he had to go get glued up. They didn't put a stitch in him. They glued him up,
Sheesh.
and so he was walking around with glue in his hair over a nasty scab for like a week or two.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it healed, he went and threw his arm through a plate glass door.
After being told multiple times not to.
Exactly. So yeah. So once that heals up, there's no more open wounds.
Yeah.
maybe he can come. It hasn't slowed him down one bit though.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yeah. He's full speed ahead. He's like the Tasmanian devil.
There's no way he's gonna stop if he ever gets injured in jiu-jitsu.
No.
Like whenever he has a choice on whether he goes back into jiu-jitsu
he'll
or
win.
not.
He'll probably we just saw East Coast Trials was won in like 2019 by like a 16-year-old. It was won today by a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
We'll probably see him be like the first winner at 14 and probably have to retire at 17. His body will be so broke down.
He'll be broken.
Yeah.
It'll be unfortunate.
Yeah. It'd be like, hey man, you could have trained till you were 50 if you would have.
If you would have stopped running into play class scores.
That's also you. All your broken toes and
That's
black eyes.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant by
Yeah,
that. Yeah, black eyes for sure. Hey, man, MMA training's hard, all right? It's hard on your body. It's hard on everything. You ask.
And you can keep it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll stay.
You can ask Christian Eccles.
Right out of it.
Then I can keep. Yeah, you're very not about MMA, and I get it. I get why you don't want to do it
fine.
specifically.
I like it. But I don't know. I just don't do it. I'll probably get into it at some point, but at the moment, I just don't have much in my heart for it. I would rather go skate or start a bonfire than go work on striking at the moment.
I don't know. I feel like you can get hurt skating
I definitely can.
and have.
I got a scraped up my arm. I mean,
Yeah, that's not
it was
bad.
it was
That's not
really
bad.
fine.
That's not bad.
Like it's
not terrible.
It's
Wasn't it because a
completely gone.
child got in your way?
somebody had their baby, and when I say baby, I don't mean a little kid on a scooter. I mean in a diaper, cannot talk yet, baby at the skate park, where there's like 30, 40 skaters, and I was going down, picked up a little speed, and she ran out from behind something right in front of me, and I had to wipe out pretty hard not to hit her.
You could just pick her up. Have you seen people do that on the internet?
I'm not that good at skateboarding.
Oh, you can't pick somebody up
If I was to pick her up while I was picking up speed, I was holding her and holding the speed, we probably both would have died. So
yeah,
I just needed to take a L and wipe out on that one.
You should have just yelled, "Grab shell, dude!"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then just ran straight into the child.
Me and that's from Nemo, right?
Yes, it is.
Have you seen me and Carter's handshake?
Is it Nemo?
Yeah.
What is it?
So in the movie, he's like, Finn, Noggin. They bump heads and they do the shaka.
Yeah.
We do the same thing. It's like Finn, Noggin. We bump heads, dude. Yeah, he loves it. Every time he sees me, he's like, runs up to me and headbutts me pretty much.
Oh, that's nice.
So he's like,
I can see him doing that.
He's so excited.
Gosh, he's just a missile. He's a human missile.
Yeah. Dude, like I took a nap on her couch one day while I was waiting on my laundry to get done before we had the hookup up here with the laundry. And like I fell asleep like sitting just like this on the couch. This little monster stood on my head. Both feet was standing. Like I woke up and I thought if I move, it's gonna like break my neck or he's gonna fall and get hurt. He stood on my head, like walked up from the back of the couch, stood on my head,
Like
and
a
then
cat.
he slapped it like that, and then he just ran. He's so silly.
He ran away after he slapped your head.
Yeah, dude.
Because he knew he would get in
Yeah,
trouble.
he's terrible.
Oh.
Like one day I was doing laundry and I had just got my basket over there. I hadn't started it, and I opened up the dryer and there's spaghetti in there. It's like, well, who did this? It's probably not any adults who live here.
Something less funny. That's too
Spaghetti in the dryer.
good. It's something less funny I did as a kid. I took a battery and I put it in the microwave. I knew they wouldn't let me do it.
You wanted to know why?
No,
You needed answers?
No, I was trying to see what would happen if I got molten metal and I got plastic and I put them together. So I got a piece of a plastic. This isn't smart, all right? I mean,
How old were you?
I was like,
It's like last year?
I was like 8. It was just that last year. How dare you? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
But anyway, so I knew they wouldn't let me, so I put a hot dog bun in front of both of the things so I could put it in there, and I put it in there, and it went zzz, 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 and I was like, oh no! And then I opened it, and everything was fine. But my family has not let me forget it. There's no way I'm forgetting that ever.
I got chewed out for putting not by my parents, by my brother for putting a fork in the microwave.
Oh yeah,
just had it in there with my
you weren't thinking.
My food was cold. I was like, I don't know.
Exactly. Like you weren't thinking, man, I want to see what happens when I do this.
No.
You weren't thinking anything of it. It's just the fork.
Yeah, dude, I didn't even know at that point.
Yeah, you weren't
found out real quick.
Dude, I was a nefarious child. I can't believe that my parents like let me survive.
Yeah, dude. It's about like Carter, man.
Yeah.
He's just, golly.
I was less destructive. Carter seems like just an absolute. I mean, I was cutting.
He's a sweetheart though. Every time I get there, he's just eating something. He's always got something he's eating, and he immediately is like, "You want some of these?" And like, is just giving me food.
Wow, what a sweetheart.
Or even if he's not eating, he's like, I show up, he's like, "We have water and ice if you want some." He's just so generous.
What a generous little kid.
Such a nice little young man.
For sure. Anyway, so that was the future is bright as far as jiu-jitsu is concerned.
Yeah, dude. Dorian Oliveras, Carter McDaniel.
It's bright and it has attention deficits. For sure. He's got it. Anyway, I think. Well, anyway, what do you have going on as far as jiu-jitsu? Anything ADCC?
I don't know. I mean, the most recent PGF qualifier was pretty fun. I went over to it and cornered Luke and stuff.
Yeah,
he did
Luke
pretty good,
clutch.
man. He did really good.
He did really good.
People that watched were bragging on him. Yeah, I think. Dude, I think he would be a monster if he got some more competition experience.
Yeah,
got enough to where he was like comfortable riding the wave.
Yeah. Has he? Did he get any spots in the PGF?
He got an alternate spot.
Yes.
So,
right.
If you've been in the sports world, especially the combat sports world, for any amount of time, there's always people who pull out. People always get hurt, injured. It happens a lot. So, very good chance we could be seeing him on the roster sooner or later.
If it's not on the mat, it's on the unicycle that one of our people has.
Matty B?
No, our unicycle. Not the actual unicycle. I mean the those.
The Salt Bike?
No, the hoverboard sort of thing that Keelan Lawyer brings around.
Oh,
for his job. He has it for his job.
The one wheel.
Yes, the
one wheel. Why would
one
it be
wheel.
on the one wheel?
I mean,
just hanging out.
Do you remember? Have you heard of people getting hurt on the one wheel?
I've been on the one wheel.
You have been on the one wheel.
Yeah.
We've both been on the one wheel.
Yeah.
But do you remember when?
Who got hurt on it?
Irish Keith.
Irish Keith.
Yeah,
dude, he got busted on that.
Yeah. Shout out to Irish Keith. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And so is his son.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's his son?
You know who his son is?
Nathan.
Yes.
Nathan.
Yeah. Irish Taco 10PD.
Yeah, he was just talking.
Check him out on Instagram.
He was just talking about coming back. So
yes.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, I told him anytime,
anywhere.
I mean, anytime you want the smoke, come to the fire. That's what I told him.
So, what are the odds we see you? What's your 20? I know the year's not over yet. You've still got, but I would say while the year's not over, you kind of have it planned out for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
because PGF is going to be like the big thing for the end of the year,
the biggest time.
Yeah. So like going into 2024 though, do you have any like big goals or like big I need to do that top things for combat sports for you?
I want to do ADCC trials.
There's West Coast trials. There's
West Coast trials.
I mean, this doesn't have to be next year, but there's also always a MMA debut.
Always an MMA debut.
Happen.
I mean, it could be the end of this year. That would probably be the time that it would happen.
The end of this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
It would be in December that I would end up doing that, which would be exciting.
Yeah.
It would be with headgear, so don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, it would. It would be
is
with
that the
Aries.
Alabama?
Aries is in Tennessee.
No strikes on the ground.
No strikes on the ground.
Elbows.
Yeah, I believe so. But
Pull
it would
guard.
be strike standing. Pull guard.
Yeah. What would stop you from pulling guard?
Yeah.
I'm not seriously, because obviously you're there to get experience, to get good at MMA.
Yes.
But what would stop me from pulling guard and then not being hit and just turning it into a jiu-jitsu match?
I mean, you definitely could.
Yeah,
you could. I mean, that would probably be the plan if I just wanted to do that. But I'd rather not. I'd rather test my might.
Yeah,
as you could say, but not stand and bang. I'm not that big of a stand and banger.
I got you.
I'm more of a bob and weaver.
Gotcha.
Type of MMA. You should come to MMA. I know you don't like. You're not gonna do it, but you should come to MMA. MMA practice one day just to watch.
I probably would. Yeah.
And then they got open mat right afterward. I know you're going to church and stuff.
Yeah,
You're a very devout Christian,
I can't miss church.
which is you can't miss church. Church is awesome.
I don't really want to, but
It helps
I'll
your
probably get around
mental.
there sometime. Just to
Yeah.
hang
Sometime,
out.
let's say.
I've been to like a few like striking practices, but I haven't been to like the big sparring day or anything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I might make it down there one day.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, it's a very fun atmosphere. It's probably the most interesting atmosphere. There is a sign in front on top of one of the urinals. It's my favorite sign. I look at it every time I go to the bathroom.
What does it say?
It says, "Focus, aim, flush."
Hey,
I say it. Yeah,
words to live by.
I know. I say it every time I go up to it. I'm like, "This is it."
Focus, aim, flush.
Yes. There are a bunch of funny signs there. Bunch of funny pictures. You've probably seen a bunch of pictures of the place.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. It's a wonderful atmosphere.
No matter how many pictures I see of gyms, they never look like the pictures when I get there.
Oh yeah,
You know
no.
what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. They take a picture of the sign, like everything inside of it looks like the sign, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been by there, but I haven't been in.
Yes. Okay. Well, at Ironclad, there's also this thing where they have a bunch of their wrestling trophies.
Yeah.
And one of the trophies says midget championships something something, and I want to know more about that, but I have been too scared to ask about it.
So you brought it up on here.
I brought it up on here, so somebody will ask me about how I brought it up.
So
And
do you
then
have to like? Are you like? Was it a midget at?
It said
Or
midget.
was it like they were wrestling midgets?
I'm thinking it's there was a midget on their team, and they won the championship that year.
Do you know a midget at Ironclad?
I don't know a midget at Ironclad. I'm thinking that this was a previous year, maybe at a high school. I'm not sure, but I want to know more. It's got to be real.
Is it?
It can't be fake. Can't be fake. There's no way it's not. No way. No way. We can cut this out if it's the M word is.
I don't even know. I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway, that's just a random thought I keep having every time I walk up there. It's a wonderful place to train.
That's the word that's on the trophy.
Yes.
Okay, well then I don't feel bad.
I'll take a picture of it next
time. Too bad about using it. I guess.
Nah, yeah, I guess not.
I mean, if it's on, I was just.
If it's on the trophy.
Yeah, dude.
That's so funny. That's
It's
so funny.
karate, not taekwondo.
Yeah, exactly. I was recently asked about Krav Maga, and my answer was not good enough.
I've got a perfect answer for that.
Yes. Could you enlighten me on? I know it's not a useful martial art.
Right.
I want the people to know that it's not a useful art.
Here's where I stand on Krav Maga. I can't say that the idea of Krav Maga isn't useful or practical, maybe in a vacuum, but what Krav Maga is a theory. It's not a practice.
Yes.
Jiu-jitsu is a practice because we can literally do it. Boxing is a practice. Wrestling is a practice. Karate is, depending on how much sparring you do, I would say is a practice because down there at Webster's they spar, like, I mean, straight up. Like I've seen, I saw Judo Justin went through his 100-man kumite or something this weekend, and like he came out of that thing busted up and got his 4th degree black belt or whatever. And super cool. I'm about that. Pressure testing is how we figure out what's real and what's not. That's what Krav Maga is missing. It's a theory. You can tell me all day about how you're gonna push your thumbs into somebody's eyes or twist their groin or whatever to win a fight and disarm them, whatever.
Testicular torsion.
You're not actually practicing, and I'm not telling you to go practice that. There's a reason you can't practice that.
Yes.
So if you're not actually able to practice that, I don't think you're leveling up your ability to fight or defend yourself by being into Krav Maga, because I have the idea the same way you do. It's just I also
You also know how to do.
Yeah, so like I have the idea of Krav Maga and all the Krav Maga moves just like you do, except we both have the same amount of repetitions at practicing them because you can't practice them.
Yeah.
Plus I have jiu-jitsu. So like, or wrestling or whatever actual practice you do. That's why don't think Krav Maga is very legit. And if you can show me a way that you practice it, if you could prove me wrong, I'm more than happy to be proven wrong. I would love for Krav to be legit. I love to expand my mind as far as martial arts goes, but that's the reason I don't take it very seriously when I hear about Krav or see posts about it, dust.
Well, I sort of put Krav Maga in the same packet as
Aikido?
Aikido, yes.
Yeah.
Aikido does seem like a pretty good. It's mostly arm throws, correct?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of like
Deflecting.
wrist turn. I don't know, man.
And wrist turns and just deflecting your opponent's motion.
Yeah.
Which, okay,
Maybe,
maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
I think it was originally created.
Come show me. I would love for somebody to come show. Like if somebody came in and they were like doing all their Krav or not Krav
Hapkido.
doing Hapkido, doing Krav to me, and they were
Yeah.
piecing me up. I would be happy because I'd be like, man, I could add this to my game. Here's
Yeah.
more stuff for me to learn to get good at.
Chris
Hasn't
Preisler
happened
definitely
so
loves
far.
Hapkido, huh?
Hapkido or Aikido?
Aikido. Oh shoot.
I don't know. One of the
Oh
two.
my gosh, they're all.
I don't know, but Chris is pretty legit.
Yes.
He's got game, so
Yeah.
if he says it, I'm sure he
If he
could.
says it, we
I
might
mean,
believe
Brandon
it.
shows me how Tai Chi ropes into his jiu-jitsu, so
Oh, it can all add to something.
You know?
It's not all necessarily the end all be all.
yeah, it's not that he's using a Tai Chi move in jiu-jitsu because that's how most people see it. As much as it is a principle that is learned and taught through Tai Chi, he can apply to his jiu-jitsu to make it more effective. So maybe the same thing could be said for Hapkido, Aikido, Krav Maga. You know,
Well, we cracked it, folks.
yeah.
It's all
That's
all
where
part
I'm
of the same thing. It's all the different side to a different to the same quarter.
Yeah, that's where I'm at least.
That's where we're at. Except for Detroit Dust, he's dumb.
Yeah, dude.
We don't like him, and he's dumb. Anyway, anything else going on?
Man, I thought I had something. I forgot.
Do you have a
It's
list?
good. I already
Okay, we already went through the list.
already knocked it all out. I'm pretty sure.
Anyway, I believe that will be all for us tonight.
It's good enough for me. See you guys at the PGF.
Yes, see you guys
Come
at
through.
PGF. It's good seeing you guys again. It's been a while, and good night or good day. Peace out.
Good morning, good evening, good night. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say.
Okay,
So
all
just
right.
like if it's a theory and not a practice.
Yes.
I heard a quote one day. You can tell me all about the gravitational pull from the moon and the sun and how it makes the waves come across the beach, but if you can't get on a surfboard and ride, I don't care what you got to say. Matt Elkins, right there.
Matt Elkins
That's
said that?
That's Matt Elkins.
That's such a Matt Elkins thing to say.
Yeah,
It's just
Hey,
California enough.
it's dope. I'm with it.
It is
I'm
dope.
with it.
And I'm with it. We can end on that.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we hate you. We hate you all.